Welcome to Victoria Sampler, Facebook Friday on Easter weekend. Lisa's not here. I know that's sad. I don't know what I'm going to do without her. Generally, though, I tend to talk quite a bit, probably out of nerves anyway. And Lisa is hopefully joining in. She's probably at home cleaning up for her mom and dad coming to join her. I think her mom and dad are coming down from Port Alberni. And that means that the house has to be cleaned because she has 2 dogs. So what are you going to do? So it looks like there's a few people joining already. It's Good Friday today, which I know it doesn't sound like a good thing, all the things that are taking place in Christian churches. But on the other hand, from what I've heard, and I was actually reading it just now before I started, the good in this context refers to a day or a season observed as holy by a church. So that's the reason why it's called Good Friday, which from my point of view, it's all fine. Anything good is good for me. And I hope that everything is good for all of you. I know this is a season for Christians in particular, but it's also a long weekend. And I'm no longer a part of the Catholic Church that I once was when I was growing up, but I will have those memories of getting dressed up for Easter Sunday and putting my doily, my lace doily on my head when I had to go to church. So I guess I've got quite a history of Easter in my past. Good morning, Donna. You're first right here. So that's great. We've got your thing. It's going away on Tuesday morning. So thank you. Kathleen Yonts, happy Easter. And Lisa said, oh, there you are. I was explaining about you having to clean up after your dogs before your mom and dad get there. Susan Pollux, hello, Easter Bunny. Yes, exactly. See, I've got my ears on. They're not very bright. I was hoping for really pink ones or something like that. But so I, put on something really bright with some of those weird colors. See, there's the weird color green. That's the green. It was the last one in the bin. What can I say? I got a good one. At least I got one. And I'm your Easter Bunny. And I even brought some eggs, oddly enough. Thank you, Susan, for noticing my little bunny ears. Beverly, cute bunny ears, thank you. I know that many people on TV are probably wearing bunny ears, but hey, join the club, right? Jennifer Gowan, Karen Kittrell, thank you. Margaret Hendricks, hi there to you too. Lisa says, I'm here briefly while I have my tea. Okay, so that means you're not going to stick through the entire 45 minutes that we usually do. That's okay, it's allowed. I know that generally speaking, when you're here, Lisa, things go a lot more smoothly because you always interject just the right funny comment, and I miss that. So just so you know, I miss you. Susan Robinson says, good morning back. Tammy, good morning from your hair appointment, your mom's hair appointment. Karen Tiang, thank you. What happened to your ears? Ha, ha, ha. You guys, it's a good thing you're noticing these things. I don't know if you noticed, but I have actually changed one of the pieces behind me so that I could show it to you. The last time we were on, somebody mentioned, well, it would be really nice to see all of the pieces behind us more close up. So I've taken one off, and I'll do one every time we have another Facebook Friday so that you can see them close up. Thank you, Lisa. Cutest bunny. Aww. It's actually kind of a fun thing to wear it because it's really easy. Like, I've been wearing it all morning. It's not like I'm sitting here thinking, oh, I've got to put it on. No, I really wanted to wear it. And there was the one left in the bin, but the person who found it for me was another customer because I was saying, oh, I can't find the bunny ears, and oh, how miserable, because it was late last night. And she said, I've got them. So the entire store was going on about my bunny ears, which was very nice. I have my hand-painted Easter eggs, which I thought you'd like to see. I have a very small collection, and this is the cream of the crop, really. I mean, it is stunning. Here, if I can do it without shaking, you can kind of see this very fine detail. And of course, this is done by a Ukrainian person who has this on one side and this on the other. It is gorgeous. It's got a great big hole in the front and the top, actually. But wouldn't it be nice to do a Easter egg series? I mean, really, it's nice now, but I wonder if it's nice the rest of the year. Anybody interested? Let me know. That would be very nice to know. Thanks, Tammy. Hello, Loretta. You're here. You look great. Oh, thank you. I'm sure you look great too. Patty says, morning, caught myself stitching last week again. Oh, watching last week's again. Aw. And Lisa says, probably not, Thea, but you never know. Okay, well, we'll find out. Maybe you can turn it on really loud while you're doing all your cleaning. Lorraine says, hi, Thea. Aw, nice to see you too, Lorraine. Glad you're here, because I know it's still pretty early there, or early, late, whatever, middle of the night. I think it's like now it's 12:30 instead of 1:30. I think I'm right? Susan Pauling says, my granddaughter Truly says, hello and happy Easter. She asked if you are real. Truly, I really am real. I'm really real. Hello, Truly. Nice to see you. Oh, that's so sweet. Dee Dee says, good Friday morning. And Lorraine says, a beautiful egg. Exactly. And there's another couple of eggs in here in this basket. Now, these are done by my daughters, so they're not going to be nearly as cool as the Ukrainian ones. And they were done when they were about 12 or 13. That's a pretty good one with the strange horses on it. That's pretty good. Let's see. Oh, this is another one that was done by one of them. I think this was done by Petra. Or maybe Dory. I can't remember, actually. It's really nicely done when you consider, right, that they were only 12, 13 years old. Good Lord. And then there's the motley ones. You know those ones. I think you dip them in something, and they look like marble. And this one, I think I did this one, which is a little more curly-Q-y. And, you know, when you sit around with your daughters doing crafts, well, maybe you don't or you haven't, but we did, and we did a lot of crafts. And so these are left over from when my kids were young. It looks like this one got a little bit wrecked in the egg cup. It's probably put in the egg cup that way. And I love this one too. This one's got, oh no. Oh. That's the way it is with eggs. That one fell and it broke. Here, I'll let you see it just the same. I love this one. But now I love it a little less because it's broken on one side. But, you know, you just have to break things. And I noticed that it's oily, so that's probably why it slipped out of my hand. And now what do I do with my oily hands? Hang on. I'm going to have something to wipe them on. There we go. And this one is when my daughter Dory was exceptionally angry, which I thought you'd really like. And then this one and this one are just normal. Normal. So there's my collection of eggs. It's very small, but very cute. I'm certainly glad I didn't break the Ukrainian eggs, or egg rather, because that would have been very embarrassing. I think it's antique. So now I'm going to check and see how many more people there are. It looks like it's not as big a room today because everybody's busy getting ready for their Easter weekend. Thank you, Loretta. They are beautiful eggs. And I don't know if anybody else collects eggs, but there are a number of people who, especially Ukrainian people, who have egg collections, and they are unbelievably beautiful. Sometimes they look a little bit like the Fabergé eggs. Sometimes they are, you know, studded with jewels. I mean, these egg collections are amazing. Anybody interested in embroidered egg shapes? It says the bunny. Karen Tiang, hello. How are you? Way across the world. Yeah, no, Lisa's not here today. She is actually in town, but she's getting ready for her parents. They are coming to her place, and since she has 2 dogs and her mom is a neat freak, she's decided to stay home and clean so that her mom is a little more comfortable. Those dogs shed a lot of hairs, right? And anyway. And Lorraine, yep, 12:30 a.m. Thank you, Lorraine. So it's not quite as bad. And I think you're an evening person, so good for you. I would be dead to the world by then. Lisa says, that sounds like a great design, Thea. A whole bunch of colorful eggs. Oh, sorry, colorful eggs with different specialty stitches. Anybody else thinks? Yes, I think I'm getting some good comments here. Jennifer says, eggs would be great all year. Oh, good, because I don't know if they're great all year for people, but I've seen these egg collections. They're gorgeous. Happy Easter, Heather Lutham. Hey, yes, you're from Madeira. I'm sorry I didn't reply again in YouTube. I have many things to do, as you can imagine, and I just neglected to say thank you for that lovely comment. And I know a little bit more about you. The island of Madeira looks like, in fact, I looked it up. It looks like a beautiful place to live. Wish I could join you. Near the Canary Islands, right? Sandy, you're here. Good Friday morning is right. That's always what I used to say on Good Friday. And beautiful eggs. Thank you, Susan. Love all the painted legs. Lisa, you just managed to say something funny anyway. I know it's a misspelling. That's okay. Hello, Karen Lark. Happy Easter. Hey, hello, Easter Bunny. Yes, that's me. And Patty says, I love stitched eggs hanging on a tree, etc. Oh, now there's a good idea. You mean like actually make the egg shape, right? Out what, around a styrofoam ball or an egg shape? Would that be, interesting? I don't know if other people have done these already or not. I have a feeling I've seen needle point eggs, but they're usually like these great honking big ones. Sandy says, sure, why not? Tammy says, stitched eggs would be fun. I have a couple of stitched eggs, but I would love some designed by you. Donna, that's so sweet. If you have some, maybe you could show us a picture. It would be so cute to see one. Maybe you can put one on, like hit reply. Maybe you can put a picture up in this chat group. I don't know. Maybe later. Lisa says, my dogs especially shed a lot of hair. I know. Not you, Lisa. Heather says, I know you're incredibly busy. Thank you. Small egg projects would be nice. Exactly. Small egg projects. I could do maybe 2 or 3 in a leaflet so that you could start collecting them and make a small tree, like not these huge ones. I've seen huge ones. Stitched and stuffed and wrapped around foam. There we go. Well, it sounds like it's something that maybe a few people would like. That would be kind of nice. Thank you. Another great idea put into the idea box. Well, I have something that I wanted to chat to you about, and that is pin cushions. The reason I wanted to talk to you about pin cushions is because we've been making pin cushion designs all along, really. I mean, often they're part of the smalls. We'll put a little pin cushion or a biscornu used as a pin cushion. Or, I love my ears. Or, and the latest one, which I have to tell you, we are almost out of the 3rd order of these pin cushions, and they're not even sent out yet. So I really want you to keep in mind that if you're going to get one of these, now I don't know what all this is about. There's some hair on it. No, it's not hair. It's thread from my silk. Anyway, this pin cushion, right? This is my latest one. And this wooden form, I do have to remind people, because it's not just you watching, it's also people who have just come on board watching, that this one is not available right through our catalog. You have to call to put yourself on a waiting list because they're so exclusive. They have to be pre-made for you, or they have to be made for you in Italy. So if you're going to want one of these, please email Lisa at info@victoriasampler.com. So that's info, I-N-F-O, @victoriasampler.com, so that she can put you on the waiting list. And once you've emailed her, she'll contact you. So not to worry, you can get one. But right now I think we're working on the last couple of, I think there were 2 or maybe 3 still remaining for the 3rd order, which is still to come. And I believe he's making them now, and they should be ready to go in another week, maybe 2 weeks. So then they'll come here, and we'll send them out to everyone who has ordered them. So we have the waiting list for the 3rd order, and we only have a couple left on that 3rd order. So if you want it, email Lisa, okay? info@victoriasampler.com. Thank you. So anyway, about pin cushions. The reason I wanted to talk about pin cushions is because I know many of you have not only a whole bunch of scissors, but also a huge collection of pin cushions. Remember how we did those wonderful pictures of scissors? And you had all these various scissors and they're all laid out. Do you have any idea how many pin cushions you might have? And you can, if you have ones that you've made that you use a lot, they could be like front and center in the collection. And now I know you're going to have other people's designs in this, okay? So for this one time when you're showing a whole collection. They can be anybody's designs. Okay, I know that that's not actually what we like to do on this group, but on the other hand, you're just showing a big, huge collection, and it's about the collection, not so much about what designs they are. So if you go on about what design is that, and what design is that, I'm afraid you're going to have to private message the people that you're interested in inquiring about that. Okay, so if you want, we can share our collections. And I have dozens myself that I created, of course, and many of you might have one or two of those. And then you might have, like, I don't know, would you have like 20? Would you have 40? Would you have given them away? Anyway, today's topic is pin cushions. So I look forward to seeing any collection of pin cushions that you have. Take a snapshot and just show your pin cushions. It's just so much fun. Because those things are precious to us all, and we never get a chance to really share with other people. And the next time I'm going to do another collection of something, but this time it's pin cushions. Little is fine, cute is fine, just not even stitched is fine, just any kind of pin cushion. Like I use, sometimes I use the top of a jar and it's got just some foam on the top. I know, I don't even use a pin cushion that's stitched. Just because it's handy, right? It's one of those ones that I know it won't get dirty, and I just use it. So I thought that would be a fun thing to do. The other really exciting thing is I have a huge sale on right now. Haven't quite finished making the sale, putting everything on sale, but the entire catalog is on sale except for the newest things. They're on sale a little, they are on sale too, but not quite as much as the rest. So everything, pretty much everything is on sale design-wise. And I'll have a look and see what other objects that we can afford to put on sale, because some of them, we buy them for a certain amount, but then we don't have much of a markup, so we can't put those on sale. But I wanted you to know, starting now, this is the sale time, so get stuff while you can, because it's going to run the entire weekend, and on Tuesday morning, it will be gone. The sale will be no more. So buy now, buy quick, buy a lot. And that's all. I just wanted to announce it. You'll get an email in your mailbox, I'm sure. So now I'm going to read what you guys are saying. Small imp projects around foam. Good morning, Karen Krause. Good to see you. Dee Dee says, I received mine this week. Love it. So very pretty. Now to get the stitching done. Absolutely, Dee Dee. That's a really good point. And it's not that much, really. You know, I did the top of that. I think I did that twice. And the second time when the design was already there, I don't think it took me more than like 2 days of like a couple of 3 or 4 hours a day. So shouldn't take you long. Tammy says, I'm halfway done stitching the strawberry pin cushion top. Well, you can let us know how long it takes you, Tammy, in hours, of course, because I know that, you know, you're probably pretty busy the rest of the time. Dee Dee says, wish the person making the forms had stamped or signed it. It is a very nice piece. Really beautifully made. We were so impressed. The wood itself, I don't know what it is. I think it's alder. I'm pretty sure it's alder. But the wood itself is, oh, here we go. The wood itself is really nicely finished, and it looks a little bit antique already, which we love. And then, of course, there's the little guy that goes with it, the little beehive, which I think you're going to really like at some point in the future, because it's about bees. Yes. Oh, and those of you who are looking for another stitch along that will not start, or it will start May 1st. Well, it's actually not May 1st, whatever the week is before the beginning of May. So we'll start at the beginning of May. And I think I'll announce it at the end of April, tell you what it's going to be about, and you can gather your threads at the end of April, and then you can start. It's going to be a little bit smaller than this last one, which will be good, because the last one was 6 weeks long. This one's just 4 weeks, so that's that's good. We can't always have big projects. And I will mention it to the person, Dee Dee, that they should sign it or stamp it or something as to where it comes from. It would be nice if it just even said made in Italy, right? I mean, it's so pretty. Elizabeth, hello. Elizabeth Loper, happy Easter. Notice that I put you on the group because you weren't part of it, and I saw your name pop up, and I thought, oh, well, we just have to have you here. I'm so glad you're here. I miss you. I haven't seen you for quite a while, Elizabeth. Well, I call you Liz, that's right. Lisa says, yes, we only have a couple of pincushions left on the 3rd order. Oh, there we go. You've written it out. Thank you, Lisa. That's very sweet. Yes, because we've got to have your name on the wait list, or you just don't get one till the next order, and that could be another month. Tammy says, I'll be listening in the car on the way to the store with my girls. Oh, you are so nice. What a nice mom you are, Tammy. Patty says, Lordy, I have a basket full of pin cushions, right? I hope so, because that's the fun thing. Love a sale, me too. I haven't had one for quite a while, so it's time to have our Easter sale. Oh no, my wallet's going to be depleted. Oh dear, well actually I'm off to doing other buying at another sale, so I guess that's just what we do. We have to have certain things, that's all. You know, if you've been waiting to buy something, now's the time. Lisa says, hi, Mom. Oh, that sounds like Joe has joined. Hello, Joe. Really nice to see you, too. You're in town now, and you're going to be visiting with, I think it's your husband's brother, right? So that should be, and his wife, of course. So that should be really nice for lunch. Enjoy the fireside grill. That's all I know about things, okay? I sound like I'm really knowing everything, but that's as far as Lisa's told me. And I'm sure Lisa's cleaning up like mad for you, so I hope you appreciate all the work she's put into it. Lynn Vick says, sorry, Lynn Vichik. Hello from Long Island. Did I say it right this time? Vichik? Have a wonderful Easter. Thank you. I hope you have one too. And there's Joe saying, hi, Lisa and Thea. That's wonderful. Oh, nice birthday gift for me, she says. There you go. There's a nice birthday gift for you. When's your birthday, Patty? Sounds like your birthday is fairly soon, because you know you're thinking about it, right? And Susan likes the sale too. Ooh. Hello, Lisa and Thea. Thank you, and good evening, Marie Annick Marianne. I hope I said that right. Oh, and Marie, you and your countrymen and women, our hearts go out to you for the burning of the cathedral. We saw it as it was happening. I think all around the world, people understood that it was happening. And we are so happy to hear that the French people are planning on rebuilding. It's such a optimistic and joyful thing to hear, because that was one of my favorite places to visit when I was in Paris. And I've been there a few times, and I just can't even imagine the skyline without it. So I hope you know we're all thinking about the rebuilding instead of how tragic it was. And it was just an accident, I understand. A bisou to you too. And it says on the chat group, yes, I invited another witch too. Yay! Who else did you invite? I've forgotten all the witches. Oh, Donna Scardino? Is that her name? Oh dear, I'm very bad with names. Sandy says, have a wonderful Easter. Thank you, have to go. Goodbye, Sandy. Thank you very much for coming. Long Island here, that's right. Diane Mertisdorf is here. Wow, I have my pincushion on that pedestal from the Stitchville retreat. I remember that you taught a few years ago in Minnesota. It's so lovely. And I still have that one here, just behind me. You can see where my finger is pointing. There's mine. I haven't got the little things hanging from it at the moment, Diane, but I'm so glad you reminded me. That was such a wonderful class. I had such a good time at Stitchville. Not cleaning quite yet? Oh, okay. Well, you just have your tea, Lisa. May 1st. Yes, exactly. I better get buying, though. Yeah. Oh, you better get saying goodbye? Okay. Hearts to France. Exactly. Lots of hearts to France. Okay. See you later, Lisa. Have a great day. Have a happy Easter. And goodbye, Joe. Or if you're still hanging in, Joe, stay and listen in. It'll be lovely to have you here. I hope you have a great time with your family. And Liz Marks, yes. And Donna Arena Scardino. I remembered her last name. I can't believe it. Thanks, Liz. And Cleary says, hi, Thea. I love your Binny ears. Thank you. I do want to also put a very good welcome out to Deb Summerlot's EGA. She and I think it was Tim sent out an email to her EGA group because they want to do this what's it called, the spring block party, they want to do it. So they're going to download it and they're going to do it all together and finish it all together in their EGA, which was such a nice treat. And I'm so glad you're here, especially that you were invited, especially. And Lou Heron, just a quick hello, because I haven't seen you for a long time either. And I saw your name come through and thought, oh, there's Lou. Luann, sorry. I love your bunny ears. Thank you. Susan's saying something, but not quite yet. So what I did want to show you, I had some more kind of summery, spring-like designs that I wanted to show you. And these are because there was a big one up on my wall, and I'm going to show you that last. In that series are 3 bugs. I call them my bugs. This is one, which is the dragonfly lace. And as you can see, if it gets any closer, it might even focus in on it. It's always so hard to get there we go, get some focus. So it's got the dragonfly that you stitch on, and it's got a lot of hem stitching and hard hanger in it. So that's the dragonfly lace, which I did first. And then there was the butterfly lace, which kind of matches my outfit today. Looking at all of the colors. And butterfly lace was actually done on 2, here, let me just get it straight, was done on 2 different kinds of flowers. One was a hydrangea in yellow with yellow wings on the butterfly, and then I did it again with these colors on daisies. And these colors, I prefer these colors. I love these. So I hope you like that one. That's called butterfly lace. And then there's another one. Let's see. And this is the one that was hanging behind me. It's in a huge frame. This is in the days when I thought that it would be, important to have big, huge frames. But anyway, so this is called bumblebee lace. And it is also really adorable. Got lots of white work. There, we can see it much better now. And the fact is that this one was my last one. And it's a little bit less off center. It's kind of all very centered around the butterfly the bee in the middle. And that leads us to next month's stitch along will be about bees. It is going to be about bees, which will be really fun. So let's see what else oh, I'm so glad you like that, Cleary. Thank you. But all 3 of them are like they could be framed in the same frame with a mat around that is cut out for 3 things, because they're exactly the same size. It's just the frames are bigger or smaller. And numbers wise, oh, by the way, if you want to search in my website, the search feature works really well. So if you want to search for the butterfly, the dragonfly, and the bumblebee lace samplers, put in the word lace. Just put in one word and you'll get them all, right? Because they all have the word lace in the title. I found using one word will allow you to see a bunch of other things at the same time. And then if you want to research, or rather search again, click home first, and then you can find the search box in the right place. Otherwise, you keep putting in a new word after you've searched once, it doesn't work. So I know it's old-fashioned, and I'm working on my new website, but it's taking way longer than I thought. I thought, oh yeah, we'll get a new website. It depends on how much time I have in between designing, etc. So, and don't forget the little beach cottage. I know this was on our chat group. Someone is stitching it. Here, I'll show you the whole thing. The beach cottage is one of our favorites too, and it really is a popular one. I'm so glad that that was the one that people that the Stitcher showed on this chat group, because it was the one that most people liked a lot. So, happy Easter, Joan Bartels, Beverly Roscombe Sharp. A bees, S-A-L, yes, yes, yes. It'll be about bees. Thank you, Dee Dee. All 3 are really lovely once you get them all done. And don't forget, you're going to need to do hard hanger and a lot of pulled thread and hem stitching, but those are fun. They're not hard, they're fun. Thank you, Karen Krause. I really like the bee too. It's very fuzzy, and I've done turkey stitch so that it stands up. It's 3-dimensional. Donna says, I've done your bugs. Donna, you're so cute. I love bees too, Susan. A BSAL, yay. Susan says, I'm working on that. I love it. Yes, that's the one. That's right. I'm sorry. I'd forgotten, Susan. You're the one who's working on it. So I also love it, actually. I like hanging it in my entrance hall because it's really bright and cheerful. So what else were they going to talk about? Of course, it would be nice if I had my sidekick here. And my partner, Richard, said to me, do you need me? I could come in and get dressed as a bunny with a cotton tail. And I said, yeah, you could do that. Or you could not do that. Somehow I just couldn't picture it. And he would take over the whole show because he's like an actor or something. So I don't think that I want him to steal the show with his bunny tail. What else was I going to say? Oh, I think that's about it. I wanted to see pictures of pincushions. So I hope that, oh, no, I did have one more thing I wanted to say. That's right. Don't forget, this one is now also on sale. So remember the Easter sampler that several people have done. And we have to remember to say Happy Easter. This one with the bunny here, that one's also on sale. It's a really good one to do before Easter, maybe not, or maybe during Easter. Kind of fun to start it during Easter. And I did have one thing more I wanted to show you. I found it at the top of my cupboards. And this is, when I first started designing, I was doing a lot of the areas around Victoria. And the areas like the Parliament buildings, I think I started with that one, and the lamppost. And I called my little company Lamppost Designs, and I was working hard. And each design took me 6 months to make. And I really worked hard to try and figure out how to do cross stitch. So during that time, I went to the Butcher Gardens and I thought, oh, I'd like to do the Butcher Gardens. And so I did. And I think some of you may have already seen the ones that I did of the Sunken Gardens, but I don't know how many of you have seen this one. And it's not a chart. And I'm wondering, okay, this is my question. Let me know, do you think this would be a chart for everyone that they would like this? So this is now done behind glass. Okay, so this is the way it looks. I don't know if you can see it well enough. There we go. So there's a little girl there. She's all outlined in back stitching in those days. So we did a lot of back stitching. Let me know if this is interesting to anybody, because we could chart it. It's not like we couldn't chart it. I just have never done anything with it. I have it hanging up on my wall because it was one of the first things I ever did. So thank you for replying. If it's not something you're interested in, don't say anything. I mean, you might like it and everything, but don't say, oh, yes, I would love to do that. Because if you do, then I'm going to have to go through all that trouble of making it into a chart. Okay, and I'll be really quiet here. So now, love that Easter sampler, never have done one. There you go. You could easily do that Easter sampler, Patty, so fast. So that is the end of my monologue. Actually, it becomes a monologue. It's like we're not really visiting anymore. When Lisa's not here, I can't sort of say, well, what do you think? You know, she's the one who answers my questions and we chat about things. So hopefully it's not too boring for you to listen just to me. And I hope that you all are having a wonderful Easter holiday, or started to have an Easter holiday. If you are not a Christian, as I am not at this time, and you are of some other faith, you know, these holidays that were originating either with Christianity and or with the Western world, they are still opportunities to reflect and give you a sense of peace and a sense of a holiday, not just a holy day, but a holiday. So I hope that you understand that that doesn't mean that I don't also observe some of the other holidays that there are in the world. The ones that we have in the Western world are adequate. We have lots of time off. So I don't think that we can take any more holidays except the ones that we have now. But this one in particular, I think is important for Christian people, and also for those of us who are used to this whole thing. So I hope that you have a very nice Easter, that the bunny comes and gives you lots of eggs. Here, there's the bunny and the eggs. And that you enjoy the sale that is on right now. Don't forget, there is a sale on the Victoria Sampler website. I will go back there and just put a few more things on sale. So if you don't find what you want on sale, let me know. And I will be coming back to you next week with Lisa on next Friday. And I don't know what day that's going to be. Let's see. It's going to be, yeah, so next week is when I announce and show you the first part of the new Stitch Along. So I hope you have a really great weekend. I'm planning on doing nothing, literally. I've got a whole bunch of work to do, but I think I worked a little too hard this week. So I'm going to take a little time off and just relax a bit. Get away from work, because it's in my home, right? It's really difficult to get away from. So I'm going to hang up, have myself a nice cup of coffee, think about you all. Thank you for joining in. I just loved it that you came. There's just as many people as there always is. People come in and leave again and come in and leave again. So I think overall about 50 people come in live on the very day that we're doing these Facebook Fridays. I cannot believe it, and I appreciate it so much that you're here, that we can interact with you. It looks like there's been a lot more comments, so I'm just going to go and check and see what you're all saying. Beautiful. Love it. Oh, the picture is breathtaking. Reminds me of old, yes, of Paula Vaughan designs. Exactly. Oh, thank you. Thank you all. Thank you for sharing your first piece. Mine was a carousel horse. There you go. Being Jewish, we still celebrate this time of year. Thank you, Patty. That's exactly what I was thinking about. I'm more Buddhist now than anything. And I know I still celebrate. I actually also celebrate some of the Iranian ones because my daughter is together with an Iranian man. And so, you know, we celebrate their New Year. I mean, why not? You can. So why not? And I'm really glad to hear, Patty, that you also celebrate with us all. You are never too boring, Thea. Oh, thank you. Have a beautiful weekend. Thank you. Holiday of peace. There you go. Have a wonderful Easter or Passover, everyone. Did a great job alone. I know. I miss the interaction too, Jennifer Gowan, because Lisa says funny things. You know, I'm the straight woman, and she just comes in with zingers. I don't know what she does. She has her mind, and then she's thinking about what I'm saying, and then bang, there she goes again. I'm always laughing around Lisa. When Lisa first started working for us, I'll tell you this, if Joe's listening, we used to call her Laughing Lisa. It's kind of, you know, alliteration, but it's true. She always made us laugh, and she always laughed. She's a very happy person. Happy Easter. Thank you, Susan Pauling. Happy Easter or Passover. I totally agree. An excuse to get together and eat and wish each other peace and love. Absolutely. Kathleen, I'm sorry you'll miss it, but you can watch the rerun. And Elizabeth Loper says, 26. Have a great weekend. Thank you. Happy Easter. Going back to sleep now, Karen. Night, night. Turn over and go back to sleep. See you next time. Happy Easter. Thanks for visiting. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Staying in your chair and stitching. Now, there's another good thought. Lorraine says, I enjoyed your monologue, and it was well worth staying up very late. Thank you very much. Thank you. The bunny says thank you. Diane says happy Easter. Big kisses from Liz. And Clary says have a relaxing weekend. Loretta's first piece was a teddy bear. Oh my goodness. Hi from Gibraltar. Carol Ann, how nice. Have a great weekend yourself. Come a little about half an hour earlier next time, okay? Our little Facebook Friday starts at 9:30 Pacific time, so we're just at the end now, but do come back. Unless you've been watching the whole time and just haven't said anything, that can also happen. Love you all. See you next week, and happy Easter. Don't forget the sale.